16 to the rescue. After working on Thomas's branch line, 16 set out to work on Edward's branch line. Thanks to Thomas helping him out, 16 was better behaved. When he arrived at Wellsworth Station, there was Edward. "You must be 16, the sturdy engine. I'm Edward." "Hello, Edward," said 16. "Is there any job I need to do?" "Well," said Edward, "there are many loads, and I want you to go down and help with the extra loads." "I'll do my best, Edward," whistled 16. 16 was soon exploring Edward's branch line. There were all kinds of sights to see, like stations, and even the vicarage orchard. 16 stopped by the orchard and saw an attraction engine. Hello," said 16. "Hello, 16," said the traction engine. "I don't recall seeing you here before. I'm Trevor." "Charmed," said 16. "I see you have come to help with the extra loads at the docks," Trevor explained. "So you have a dock side too, I hear," said 16. "Since I used to work at the colliery, I'll be glad to help out." When 16 puffed into Brendam Docks, Cranky was unloading crates. "Where are these cars bound for?" wondered 16. "These cars be bound for the Little Western, matey," said Salty. He eyed the engine. "Arr, you must be 16, and I see you're here to help us down at these docks." "I am," said 16. "Given my work in the colliery, dock work sounds like child's play." 16 started getting all the cars in line. "Remember," Cranky said, "take it easy. You don't want to break a crate." 16 set to work getting the cars of crates in line. But 16 had become so conceited, he forgot to be careful. And as he bumped into the freight cars, one crate fell out and opened. "What did I tell you?" snapped Cranky. The workmen looked at the crate. They were most surprised. "What was it I dropped?" asked 16. "It's a new motor," said a workman. "We ordered it in case it was a diesel motor." "I hope I didn't break it," 16 gulped. "I did warn you to take it easy," said Cranky sternly. "No harm done," said the workman. "The motor's still intact." The workman closed the crate back, and Cranky loaded it onto a conflat. "Who's taking this train?" asked 16. "Adam's going to take it," said Cranky. "Say, where is Adam?" wondered Salty. "Coming," came a voice. It was Adam, the ratty old tank engine. "Hello, and who's this engine?" asked Adam. "I don't really have a name, so call me by my number," said 16. 16, said Adam. "Adam's the name, W and S is my game. Is my train ready?" "It's ready enough," said Cranky. Adam was coupled up, and he puffed out of the docks with his long goods train, leaving 16 to shunt alone. "And now we can get back to work, matey," said Salty to 16. 16 collected some conflats under Cranky and went to find some more freight cars. But the dock manager came with bad news. BoCo has broken down. He needs to go to the fitter's yard." 16 suddenly remembered. The motor! 16 went back to collect the freight car with the diesel motor and went off to find BoCo. But who's BoCo? Pondered 16. BoCo was outside the vicarage orchard, speaking to Trevor. His engine had overheated. I'm sorry it happened, said Trevor. Not your fault, said BoCo. My motor's old anyway. 16 arrived with a motor. Hello, you must be BoCo. I heard you were in trouble, and that's why I brought you this, he said, showing BoCo a flatbed loaded with a new motor. Hello, you must be the number 16 engine they were told me about, and thank you for bringing me a motor. No sweat about it, BoCo, said 16. Now let's get you to the fitter's yard. 16 buffered the car with the motor behind BoCo, and he was well on his way. Come on, push harder, puffed 16. I would if I could, sighed BoCo. But there was more trouble to come. Adam had run out of water just at the bottom of Gordon's Hill. Why didn't I fill up back of Wellsworth? Adam said gloomily. 16, with BoCo in tow, arrived and was most surprised. Adam, what happened to you? Cried 16. I've run out of water, sighed Adam. Then I have 2 engines to save. Come on, let's get both of you going. 16 buffered up behind Adam's train, and the odd train was well on its way. 16 made stops at every station in case any cars needed to be unloaded. At last, 16 pushed Adam to Vicarstown Station, and then pulled him to the water tower to fill up with water. Thank you, 16, said Adam. It was the least I could do, said 16. Now, to get BoCo to the fitter's yard. 16 pulled BoCo and the motor to the fitter's yard. Later that day, Sir Topham Hatt came to see 16. 16 was worried he would be cross with him, but Sir Topham Hatt was smiling. A valiant job you did, 16, he said. I've spoken to your old railway. Yeah, I know, said 16. I'm always welcome to your railway. Speaking of which, Sir Topham Hatt said, I've decided to make you a member of my railway. You mean? Yes. Welcome to Sodor, 16. 16 was delighted. And so it was. 16 was now a member of the Northwestern Railway. After getting repainted green with red lining and realizing 16 didn't have a name, he decided to name him Sheffield. Sheffield didn't mind the name. At least he has a name now, doesn't he? Well, I'm sorry to say that the steelworks engines were going to be in for a hard time with no one to shunt their trains for them. But as we both know, it would be a long, long time before another engine ever visited the steelworks. We know who and when, don't we?